Is it afternoon? Well, good late morning. I'm here in New York. It's 11:31 in the morning, so it's almost afternoon. Hope hope everyone is doing okay today. Um, so I just want to start doing live videos. I don't, I'm a little shy, so I don't want to be seen on camera as yet. I'll work my way up to that, but I hope that, just my commentary alone will uh gain me some subscribers, gain me some followers, who people who appreciate, my point of view or whatever. I'm hoping so though. So, I'm trying to come out of my shell of I just see it so much better when you live and you interact with people and things like that. So I'm trying to figure it out. So this week the trial was like, oh my goodness. A lot of revelations, a lot of things being exposed. Uh First, I made a long 22-minute video about the first 3 days of the trial. So I'm not gonna go all the way back there. But on day 4, Cassie was still on the stand, testifying, and Cassie is an opportunist. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not negating the fact that she was victimized by, domestic violence. I will never take that away from her. But I also am wise enough to know there's a lot of women in this world that do not think a man loved them unless they beaten on them. I've heard women say this. Now, it could be Stockholm syndrome. It could be traumatization of, you growing up seeing a parent beat on another parent, or, just a plethora of things that could form your opinion to believe that. But nevertheless, there is still women that believe that a man don't love you unless he's beating on you. You know what I mean? So, but in Cassie's situation, towards the end of her testimony, the defense attorney started asking her questions of what was her livelihood like before she filed this lawsuit. And when you think about that, not only did they ask what was her livelihood like, but they asked her, was she still in contact with Diddy, even though she was in a relationship, in a marriage, having children by this man, Alex Fine? And the answer was yes. She was still in contact with Diddy. She was still texting back and forth with Diddy. She was still even up for a freak off with Diddy if he would have agreed to it and set it up, or whatever the case may be, being with that man. Knowing that she's with that man. You understand? So, seems a bit opportunistic to me that in 2023, your finances had took a big hit to the point where you and your now husband had to move back in with your mom. Huh. Now, November 2023, you explosive bombshell. You're filing a lawsuit for $30 million. Now, they asked her, I don't know whether it was the prosecutor or the defense, asked her, yes, it was the defense, do you have any other pending lawsuits? No. This is her. No. Are you sure you don't have any other pending lawsuits? No. What about the Intercontinental Hotel? Didn't you settle with them? Oh, I didn't get any money from them. Did you make a settlement with them? Uh, yeah. How much was the settlement for? $10 million. So the same 30 million you initially asked Diddy for, you got it. You got 20 million from Diddy. You got 10 million from the hotel. So somebody will say, "Oh well, she had already got the money from Diddy. Well, she don't have a motive, or she don't have a reason to still go through coming to court and testifying against him." But you just last month, you settled with the Hotel Continental for the $10 million. So you had more than an incentive to come to court and secure that $10 million. You definitely had an incentive to come to court and clear that 10 million on top of the 20 million that you already cleared in 2023. So to me, I'm not negating the fact that she was abused, but like I said, somebody who's constantly being abused and sick of being abused, when they get away from their abuser, they get far away from their abuser. They don't keep coming back and keep, the same kind of activities. The man asked her, was she ready for their last freak off? And she said, no, I'm ready for my first freak off. Because I could do this forever. Forever. Just doesn't sound like somebody who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm just saying, it just doesn't sound that way. Mm. Cassie was an opportunist. Her husband, on the other hand, you made a FaceTime with her while she was having sex with Diddy. He seems a little off to me as a man. I don't know. Men, if there's any men that may listen to this live, you tell me, could you hear all of those things about your wife, knowing that even in the time that you were with her, she still snuck off and lied to you and went and had sex with this man and was sneaking behind your back, still in contact with this man? Could you look at her the same way? Could you like really put all of that to the side and still love her? Because to me, it just seems like Alex Fine is obsessed with the idea of Cassie. He's obsessed with, how you have some people that you feel like you could never get to because of their status or whatever the case may be. And you finally get a chance to get them and you kind of worship them. That's what Alex Fine seems like to me when it comes to Cassie. Even though they have children together, whatever the case, he seems way more into her than she could ever be into him. But I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to make this live too long. So y'all let me know how you feel about my first live. Later, guys.